You see a girl down Asia Marie.
Girl, you so sexy. Everybody should see your body. Girl, you so sexy. Okay.
Y'all, today I'm finally doing a story time / Q&A on my breast reduction. Yes, I had a breast reduction 3 years ago now. Wait, yes, 3 years ago now, because that was in 2021 and it's 2024. But y'all, yeah, definitely came a long way. 3 years post op. But no, for real, y'all. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, I had big ass titties. I did. Big ass boobs just for no reason. Like, they were just so damn big. Like, why are your titties so big? Like, literally, they was big. Like, they started getting big in middle school. Like, I remember I was in 6th grade. I didn't even know, like, I didn't even realize how big they were until my friends were like, girl, your titties is big. Like, you got some big titties. And I'm like, well, damn. Like, I didn't cuss back then, but, you know. I was just like, dang, my titties that big? Like, where everybody's starting to, you know, say that as well. And then I started to, like, really like, okay, dang, they are big. Because it got to the point where I had to wear a regular bra and a sports bra just to have like extra support, because they were just so big and saggy, like long. So y'all, like, first off, get into the shirts. Hold on, you see that? Hold on. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Maya got this for me for Christmas and I love it so much because it's so me. Okay, anyway, so so once I started like really noticing, like, dang, my boobs are big, I used to be like, I'm gonna get a breast reduction. Like, I'm getting a breast reduction. But I'm like 13, 14. How old are you in middle school? What are the teens? I don't know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a breast reduction. Girl, I mean, y'all, like, I wasn't really getting no breast reduction in middle school. But it was always a thought. And I've never had surgery a day in my life. I was one of those kids who, like, never had, like, a major injury. Like, never had stitches, never broken a bone, never had surgery. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for it continuing. But yeah, so, like, I was never really, I don't know, I was always careful with my body. Like, even in, like, fights and stuff, like, I never had no bad injuries. So when I was fighting my cousin, she fucking kicked me in my damn nose. My damn nose was bleeding. That shit hurted. Oh, my mom's FaceTiming me. I gotta answer. I'll be back.
1,000 years later.
Okay, back to the story time. So yeah, y'all, I had big ass titties. So once it came around, like, flash forward to high school, COVID happened. I think it's 2020 at this point. COVID happened. This was my no. COVID happened. I was a 10th grader in high school, and that's when COVID was, like, everything was shut the fuck down. Everything. This is when I thought the world was ending. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus is coming back. You want a revolution? But so around that time, like, couldn't even go to the doctor. So I'm like, dang, like, you couldn't do nothing really. I was just working at the time, honestly. At that point, I stopped working when they shut everything down. So then flash forward to 2021 is when, you know, everything's reopening and everything. Everybody's like, yes, 2021, like, be good to us because we just went through a whole pandemic. That shit was crazy. But no, so, like, I took it upon myself to go get my breast. Well, I remember my mom saying that I needed to get my breast start getting my breast examined, like, making just the whole appointment about my breasts because they were so that big. Like, I'll say what I was in the end of the video. But I took it upon myself to make an appointment, and I got my breasts. I would get my breasts checked out every so often, and then I finally had brought it up to my doctor. I was like, is it possible if I can get, a breast reduction? Just throwing it out there, like I really kind of needed one and wanted one. And he was like, you would be a good candidate. And I was like, okay, so what do I gotta do? What's the, let's get this started. So the first thing was, this is how you get your insurance to cover everything. My doctor was so like A1. He was like the truth. He was like, I'm gonna make a letter and basically make your life sound like hell with these large breasts and send it off to your insurance. And I was like, okay, perfect. Because like I was on the dance team. I couldn't really dance for real. My boobs were so damn big and just, I couldn't really, fit into clothes. I looked so much bigger than I really was. Like I was just so insecure and not confident. I hated my large breasts. My mom and my dad were like, don't do the surgery, don't do it. My mom's like, keep your body what God gave you. I know, but like, no, my boobs were too big. Like they were too big. I could not. So he was like, do you get tension headaches, neck pain, back pain, all this pain? I was like, yes, like all of that, all the above. I can barely sleep on my stomach. My boobs are so damn big.
What?
So he was like, perfect. Like you're the best. You're the best candidate for this. I'm like, thank you. I know. Like get me on that surgery table. But so after that, so like I'm at that point, I think, yeah, he typed out the letter, sent it off, and I'm like, okay, so when, would I be expecting a call? When should I? He said like 4 weeks or something, like 4 or 6 weeks. I can't remember. It was one of the two. I cannot remember. This was 3 years ago, guys. My memory's a little. But so I after that, I think I went and told my mom and everybody like, oh, I'm gonna get a breast reduction at 17, like just telling them, not even asking, just saying, oh, I'm getting a breast reduction. Deal with it, basically. I was like, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. She called my dad. My dad's trying to talk me. Everybody's trying to talk me out of it at this point. Even my stepmom, they called me. They was like, don't do it, don't do it. But I'm kind of hard-headed, and I just did it anyway. But after that, I'm like, dang, I think 4 weeks had passed, and I'm like, well, I didn't get no call, so I called them. I called the plastic surgery office to get somebody's number that I needed. I think it was like the scheduler's number. And then it was so many people that I had to go through to get to who I needed to get to figure out what the fuck was going on and why I didn't get my call. So I called my insurance and they said I got approved, free of costs, no money. Insurance paid for that whole fucking surgery, okay? And even though like they did pay for everything. So after that, she was like, oh, you can like schedule the surgery. So I called the scheduler, like, yes, it went through, let's schedule this. So she said the earliest, which obviously I wanted the earliest because I was starting my senior year that September. So I needed time. Like I had so much to do. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just sit my summer out, recover, and then I'll boom, go into senior year with no boobs. But kind of how it went, kind of not. So she was like, the earliest is July 29th. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I think at that point it was, when did I schedule? I think I had May or June. Maybe like May I scheduled for July. It had to be, because I think it was like 2 months before. I'll have to look back in my Snapchat memories because I cannot really remember. But it had to be like 2 months before July because I remember like, oh, okay, it's 2 months away. Like, I'm scared. I never really had surgery, but I'm excited. Anyway, so I'm scheduling. She says July 29th is the earliest that he can do. I'm like, oh, okay. Then, like, later on when I scheduled it and I'm on my way back home and I'm thinking, like, July 29th. Okay, July 29th. Me fucking forgetting that's my mom's damn birthday. I'm like, oh shit, like that's my mom's birthday. Like what? So I had to like, I think I told her the next day or a few hours after that, once I got home, like, hey, my surgery it's on the 29th. She said the 29th of what? July. Ooh, sorry. I think she was a little mad because, you know, that's her birthday and she had plans. She was going to Miami, so she wasn't even going to be there. So I'm like, you know, it's fine. You know, I got this, like, whatever. After that, what happened after that? Yeah, I knew she was going to Miami, so I'm like, okay, I'll just do everything by myself. I did everything by myself, went to the appointments, called all the people. Everything was set in stone. My surgery date was July 29th at 6. I had to be there at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I cannot remember. I think 6 a.m. I had to have a COVID test prior. Oh my gosh. So the day of, my auntie thankfully brought me, because I couldn't drive, obviously. The day before my COVID test wasn't coming through. It's always, when you have something big and important to do, it's always that one little thing that just cannot go right. I'm like, what the fuck is this not, like, I needed it. I'm like, I don't know why it's not. I don't got COVID. They're like, okay, just give it to us when you're done. I'm like, okay. Not whole time I know, like, that shit, I don't know what's going on with that, but luckily they let me still do the surgery. If they wasn't, I was gonna raise my fucking hell and give me my fucking surgery. But no, so boom, it's surgery day. I'm nervous as fuck. Like I'm like really fucking nervous. Not really trying to show it, but I was scared because I've never had surgery. My main thing that I was scared, like just waking up in the middle of surgery and just freaking the fuck out. I don't know. Like, so we get there, filling out the paperwork. They bring me into like this room. I remember they gave me the gown, the head thing. Did they give me the head thing? Yes, they gave me the head thing, the shoes, and I remember I had on my sweatpants. They said I could keep my sweatpants on. Still need to go down there anyway. But and I had to take off my bras and everything, and he came in and he, you know, I already had met him prior to that, so I already knew who he was. He was cool. He came in and he marked my breasts and everything like that. My breasts were so big that nigga folded up my breasts and like said, this is how small it'll be, and he took some fat off right here too. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm at this point, like, shit's getting real serious. Like, I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. And I told him, I said, I'm a little nervous. He said, you're gonna be fine. I think they gave me some medicine to calm me down. I can't remember. They gave me something, and then I went to the anesthesia guy. He said, you ready to take a nap? And I'm like, yeah. No, like, I'm fucking scared. But I was excited too, but like I was really nervous, like, you know. So I remember first the girl had gave me an IV. I knew they were all cool. Like that was a good, like a smooth surgery, because like she put that IV in. I didn't feel anything. First she put she gave me a numbing shot. That didn't even hurt. Then she gave me the IV. I'm like, girl, like you have lightweighted hands, because I didn't feel anything. She said, that's good. So of course on that, when they sent me that paper of the little ratings, I was like, yeah, I didn't feel nothing. But so I'm walking with the anesthesia guy. He brought me to, or no, was I with both of them at this point? No, I was with the anesthesia guy. And I was so nervous. Like I literally had to walk myself into the fucking surgery and get myself on the surgery table. That was the most nerve-wracking thing in the world. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is real. This is it. This is what all this was for. Like, I'm here now. Can't back down now. So I get my big ass on that table. Get my big ass on that table and laid there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm scared. I was like, I'm nervous. I remember saying I'm nervous, and I remember, I remember looking at the girl in her eyes, and I was like, oh, your eyes are pretty. And then he was like, I remember telling him, like, I'm not gonna go to sleep. Like, I'm just so nervous. Like, I'm not gonna go to sleep. He said, you're gonna go to sleep. I said, no, I'm not. And then I guess I was asleep. And I guess I had asked him to, like, take a pic. He said asked him to take a picture, just for me, just like on the table, just to have or whatever. And he emailed it to me the next day. I went in there. I'll get into that. But so I don't remember, obviously nothing. I didn't wake up in the middle of the surgery. Next thing I know, I'm in the recovery room, and here's my auntie. And I woke up and I looked at her and I was like, are my boobs small? It's like, are my boobs small? She was like, yeah, girl. And I went back to sleep. I was like, ugh. I felt just a little like soreness, but it wasn't like no pain for real. I think it's because they gave me some pain medicine before I left too, but I didn't feel really any like excruciating pain until I did, but I'll get into that. So like, she said I could leave once I like wake up fully, but I was just so like tired, like I needed to sleep the rest of that medicine off. I don't know, but I was just in the chair. I was in this like just this chair, this IV in my arm, laying down to sleep with all this everything on me, a blanket, all this padding and all this shit on me. And I was just laying there, and luckily I didn't have to have no my surgery was so good I didn't even have to have no blood bags, period. Okay, like I didn't need none of that, because I wouldn't want to even deal with all that. I would be grossed out looking at that. Blood bags, like really, like I don't need all that. So thank God for that. I'll insert some pictures and clips and stuff too. Yeah, but like I I finally woke up and it was time to go. As soon as I got up, I threw the fuck up. I don't know what, like that medicine, I was so motherfucking tired and just high. It felt like, I don't know, I just was throwing up and just sick. I was like, I can't take that medicine no more. But I got in the car. I remember every single bump was like, I'd be like, oh, trying to go to sleep, like, ooh. Then we went to go pick up my medicine. I fell asleep in the car. I just remember being in the car for so fucking long. It felt like, it literally felt like I was in the car for about 2 hours. I'm like, what is taking her so long in this fucking Walgreens? Like, what? I was ready to just be in the bed and go to sleep. I don't know what took her so long. I don't know why I was in the car so long. Because we had went to Walgreens and she had went in there. I think she was doing something else, but she went and got my medicine. My auntie. Then she dropped me off at home. I went to sleep normally, and I think I woke up and I took some medicine. It made me sick again. It was like I couldn't even eat anything, drink anything, but I couldn't do anything but sleep and just suffer, because it's like that medicine really just had me fucked up all the way completely. And I had a appointment the next day so he could take off all the bandages, and I was scared for that because I'm like, whoa, like I just got this damn surgery, this shit's about to hurt, like hold on. So I went in. I had three more appointments after my surgery. So the first appointment, he was taking off the bandages and he was like, oh, let me email you this picture you asked for. I'm like, what picture? This is what I was talking about previously. And he was like, oh, you had asked me to take a picture. I'm like, oh, okay. So email me this picture. Why am I on the table smiling? Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so ridiculous. I'll insert that too. Yeah, I know. But he took off the bandages. When I tell you that shit fucking hurted, I was like, oh, ouch. I was kind of like this. And my body was just so used to just like, I had stitches all around my nipples, coming down. Hold on, can you guys see? I had it like this, down, and on the side, and right here. I was like, ouch. So my body was so like used to like sitting up like this because it was hurting. So every time I put it like down and release tension, like I could feel the soreness and the ouch and the stitches. Like, I don't know, it just hurted. Okay. So he took all that shit off. I'm like, fuck, this shit hurts. I'm like, okay, but we're done. So I put back on this like little piece of cloth bra that they gave me and went home. Took some medicine, got sick again, fuck, and was just surviving at that point. Couldn't really eat anything again. I think was that? Yeah, my cousins came. My cousins came later on that day. They brought me flowers. You know, I love me some flowers. So they came and brought me flowers, and I fell the fuck asleep on them because I was so damn high and tired. Yeah, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna go. I'm like, yeah, just see you later. Love you. Thank you for the flowers, but I'm going to bed. After that, what happened after that? I think a day after that, he was like, oh, you can take showers now. I was like, take a shower? I can't. The shit hurted too much. So I didn't take a shower for like 4 days. And because I just didn't feel like dealing with that pain. I washed up, but like I didn't get in that shower. Fuck that. And at this point, I stopped taking my medicine completely because I just was tired of being so high and tired and throwing up and sick and nauseated. That was one of the what do you call it? One of the side effects, the nausea. I can't deal with that. I don't want to be like that. Everything I ate, I threw up, so I couldn't even eat, drink anything. I think I was like eating crackers or something, like saltine crackers, but like that shit, So I stopped taking my medicine, and when I stopped taking my medicine, y'all, oh my gosh, I was in fucking pain. I was just in pain, like this. I was so depressed, like I couldn't do anything. I would just be in bed, like trying to reposition, and that was just a fucking shit show. So I think like 2 weeks had gone by, and I was finally able to like get in the shower. And like fucking, it was glue. I had glue, the stitches were glued. They weren't like actually stitched, thank God. So it was glue everywhere. I had to scrub that off. I didn't scrub it. It hurted. It took some time. Let me just say, it took some time for that glue to get off because it was everywhere, like everywhere. There was a little bit of blood, just a little bit, not too much. And I was leaking a little bit too. It was just a lot. I was like, this is a lot. I don't know about a BBL because this is, so yeah, y'all. After that, I think, yeah, I was able to take a shower. I was up moving. My friend came over and cooked me breakfast. I was able to eat again because I stopped taking that bullshit ass medicine. Should have sold that shit. I'm just kidding. But what happened after that? Oh, I think it was time for my next appointment. So I went in there, and this was so effing embarrassing. I was in the damn wheelchair because why was I in the wheelchair? Why was I in the wheelchair again? I don't know. They put me in a wheelchair for my appointment. I don't know. I really don't know. And this little lady was pushing me. I'm like, okay, this is not weird at all. I'm bigger than her. She's trying to push me around this damn hospital. It was crazy. But this was so embarrassing. I didn't have on a bra because he said I could wear bras, but I was just not the bras with the wires at the underneath because my stitches were still, healing and all that. So like sports bras. I I wasn't putting on no damn bra. I was in pain. The fuck? So I was just kind of free balling it. I'm trying to remember. When I look away, I remember things. So, oh, I started fucking leaking in the middle of the hospital, and I just looked down. It's blood coming down. Fucking that gooey shit coming down. I was like, this is so embarrassing. I think I was waiting on my mom to come pick me up at this point. She was back from Miami and stuff. I'm like, this is bad. This is really, really bad. And I don't even like being in the hospitals for real. Like, I hate being in the hospital. So at that point, I was really ready to go. Like, get me out. I'm like, all right, come pick me up. I'm done. I'm leaking. I need to clean up. Then some weeks go by. I went to the next appointment. He's checking me out, seeing the stitches healed and everything. And I had went out to dinner with my friends. I was still a little bit sore, but I was able to like walk around, take a shower, bend down, do normal things. I just couldn't lift up shit really. And I was okay with that. But yeah, went out to dinner with my friends a lot. I was hanging out again. Because when I was just stuck and isolated, I was so depressed. I was so sad. Like, I can't do anything. I think I was watching TV shows after TV shows, sleep, doing a whole bunch of nothing every day. Yeah, so that was just not fun. But once I was healed and stuff, I was like, yes. And my boobs were small. I was like, yes. The shirts were like, I was just so like shocked when I look in the mirror for the first time when I got my surgery. It was kind of a little ugly, nasty at first to look at because there's all that shit. But once I finally like got I look at them every day, mind you. But like once I finally, it was clean, clear, and the stitches were just, it was clean and everything was just perfect. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I really did that, like period. I love it. I was able to see my stomach again without my boobs being all the way down. I was like looking in the mirror like, oh my gosh. It was just amazing. And then I just was so much more confident. Like, it was just amazing. So after that, I think at this point I'm a senior. I'm still in recovery. It takes how many weeks? 6 weeks to recover. My recovery honestly was smooth, except it was a little sore because I stopped taking the medicine, but everything, it was good. Overall, it was good. Honestly, I could say it was good. It was a good recovery. So I was starting school. I couldn't dance. I was on the dance team, but I couldn't like do anything active till my 6 weeks were up. I think my 6 weeks were up was up after, I think like the second week I was in school, I could like start dancing again. Yeah, I was able to start dancing again after that second week of starting my senior year. So I went back to school and everybody's like, oh my gosh, like you look good. Thank you. Yes, I did that. Hell yeah! So once I was able to dance and stuff and just do normal shit again, oh my gosh, this person bumped into me in the hallway. I was so pissed off because I started leaking and I had to go to the fucking nurse's office and she gave me some fucking gauzes. And she's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm just pissed off. Like, girl, I was pissed. So she gave me an elevator pass. So I could go in the elevator freely as I please for the rest of the year. After that, I was rocking and rolling. I went and got my nipples pierced and everything, like after a few months. I think at that point that was like 6 months post-op. Like it was July. 9 months after I got my nipples pierced. That was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, like I'm loving this new like set of titties. They were lifted, like yes, like I was in love. But that's my story. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I do have a little bit of questions. A lot of bit of questions, but I answered most of them because I remember looking at them. I answered most of them already, but I will say I'll answer the ones that I didn't answer already, basically. Okay, before and after size. So my size, y'all, my size before I got my surgery, I was a fucking 40G. Damn! 40G? Like, you should, I was too young to be a motherfucking 40G, okay? Too young. Like, that was just ridiculous. Like, why are your titties that damn big? Then they just like, no. So oh, the after size, I honestly still didn't go get sized. I kind of just wing it. I don't really wear bras anymore. Ever since, like, I'm telling y'all, ever since I got my surgery, I've been free balling. Like, I love life. Like, I have this one little, like, pink bra. Like, not pink, but, like, the brand pink. It's, like, a little, it's not even a bra for real, but it's, like, a bra, sports bra type of thing. I don't know. I wear it occasionally if I feel like it. I felt like it today. But other than that, you will not see me with no damn bra on. Sorry. I've been having to wear bras so much, like 2 bras at that, so much of my life. Like, why do I have to keep doing this? So I stopped. Shit, I don't wear no bra no more. So I don't really know my size. So if I could guess, I would say like a C or something. A C. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm gonna get them sized, y'all. I don't know. It says, are you happy with your decision or do you regret it? I'm happy as fuck. I don't regret nothing. I will do it all over again because that was amazing. Like, that was the best thing I could do for myself. And when people ask me, like, when I'm like, oh yeah, I got a breast reduction, they're like, you got a breast reduction? Yes, I got a breast reduction. And they ask me, and I like advice, like, oh, should I go get one? Yes, go get one. You'll feel so much better, relieved, and you feel good. Like, I felt so much more confident, so much more beautiful. Like, I hated my large breasts. I did. I did not like them. I hated that was the first thing people looked at when they saw me. Like, when they looked at me, I mean, like, I hated it. So on that note, no, I would not regret a thing. Change a thing. I love it. I loved my decision. I was so happy when I got it, and I was just like, yes. Rate the pain 1 through 10. I would say with the medicine, I didn't really have any pain. It was just a little sore, like how you would get an owie. Like, it was like not too bad. Like, you know, like just a regular scrape or something. And it's like a little uncomfortable at first. Okay, this is how I'm gonna put it. You get like a little cut and it stings and it's like a little uncomfortable to move. Like, say you got a cut like this, you can't really bend it because it hurts so bad. That's how it was with the boobs. I couldn't really move because it was sore a little bit, but it didn't hurt too bad, but it did. That was with the medicine. Without the medicine, I would say a 7.5. It wasn't too painful, but it hurted. Like, obviously it's gonna hurt a little bit, like a little sore, like, you know, you just got a surgery, you have stitches everywhere. Of course it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it wasn't too painful. But it was painful, but it wasn't too painful. So I'd say a 7.5. How long was the healing process? I did say this already. 6 months. 6 weeks. Sorry, 6 months. 6 weeks, but you were able to like do stuff after 2 weeks. So 6 weeks. How big were you? I already answered that. How long? Yeah, I already answered that. All of them. So thanks for watching this video. If you want to get a breast reduction and you just need that person to just say do it, I'm telling you, do it. Go do it. You'll feel so much better. That relief that I felt when my boobs were no longer large, I was like, oh, I love this. I felt so much more confident. Oh, that was the best day of my life, I can say. Getting those boobs chopped off. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. Channel is growing, thriving, period. Yeah, so later. Oh wait, peace and blessings.